Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Matt. This is V. We're having bad luck with this video.
I know this is now our third, fourth time.
Well, we had to do the intro over a couple times because we kept flubbing our words and laughing. And then we just filmed about 15 minutes worth of this Q&A and realized that the audio recorder wasn't on, just our microphone wasn't on, and it would have sounded like crap. So we're starting over. Today is our Q&A. We did announce in our Monday video we were going to be doing this, and that once we hit 10,000 subs, we were going to be doing the camera giveaway. We're now at like 13,000 and something. So today we are going to be doing the camera giveaway. We'll announce the winner at the end of this video. Big thanks to all of you guys that have subscribed.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We are absolutely overwhelmed with the response that our videos have gotten recently.
The growth has been really cool, and it's been energizing us to, keep going. Next week, we should have some really good ones. We have some funny stuff planned. Well, at least stuff we think is funny. Sometimes those are the worst ones.
I know.
So we're going to get right into this Q&A. Vanessa went through and picked some. Some of these we already answered once, so we'll do it again.
Okay, so the first question is from Kyle Flanagan. It is, what is your guys' favorite show individually and the one that you guys like to watch together? For me, the one that I watch individually would be The Bachelor, because Matt won't watch it with me.
I'll sit down for like 10 minutes at a time, make a couple snide remarks at how fake it is, and then I have to get up.
Yeah.
The ones that I watch but without you are like Game of Thrones, Vikings. There's a few others. The one that I would say we watch together the most is Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yep.
We used to watch what else did we watch together? Like Breaking Bad. We had a few shows we used to watch together.
American Horror Story, but then you stopped watching it with me.
Yeah, it just got weird. Question, how many hours a week do you spend on making videos, i.e. filming, editing, upload, etc.? The editing is what takes the longest with videos for sure. Filming, if let's say I'm making videos for both channels and let's say I make 7 videos that week, on average about 2 hours per video, something like that. Some shorter, some longer. The editing though is what can take a while. This channel's videos usually take me longer, depending on what we're doing and depending on how much time I have to put into it. Editing could take anywhere between 2 hours to 5 hours. It depends on how much time you have, because you can really gloss up a video. And if I only did like 2 videos a week, I could make them even cooler and more slick and professional looking. So there's kind of a balance there you have to find if you're trying to, kind of have a production schedule.
It always seems like you're editing videos.
Yeah, I spend
all the time.
Most of my time editing videos.
My only question I always want to ask other YouTubers is, what made you keep going after your first and second video? No one got big right away, so what kept you going? I would say for me, what keeps us going is just knowing that YouTube rewards consistency. So if you consistently upload videos and everything, it should pay off most of the time. I don't know, but also we just really love what we do.
I mean, that's the thing, is you got to be consistent to grow a channel, but at the same time, you also have to enjoy it, especially in the beginning when you only have a couple people watching you. You have to enjoy the process of making videos. If you just go into it saying, I want to do YouTube because I want that to be my job and it looks all glamorous and stuff, yeah, it's a really cool job to have. It's awesome, but there's a lot of work involved, so you have to enjoy it or you're going to burn out.
Yeah.
And I've hit the wall sometimes too, and like I'll kind of have to regroup, and sometimes I'm more excited about it than others, but like she said, consistency is key on YouTube if you want to grow.
And some days are better than others. You just got to keep on moving forward. Does Matt have a day job?
This is one that when I searched through them a couple days ago, got asked a lot. Do I have a day job? What did I do before this? All that good stuff. No, I do not have a day job anymore. I definitely spend full-time hours on this. Sometimes I'll be working on Saturdays or Sundays, for a couple hours, working on videos or something. But what I used to do, what my last job was working for a newspaper and magazine. It's actually owned by Maury Povich here. He lives here in Montana. He has a house here. And I did like advertising sales and also helped with the layout and stuff. Before that, I was a subcontractor. I was a finish carpenter. My business kind of went under right around the crash. It got really bad here around 2008. Right
no
now,
day job.
I know, like, it's funny because people will say that. Like, does Matt have a real job? Does Matt have a day job? Like, I would have thought the same thing before I became a YouTuber. Like, God, it must be nice. It's like he doesn't have a job. But especially with these 2 channels, I mean, it's there's some work involved for sure. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy it and it's not a hobby at the same time, but it's definitely work.
The next question says, what was the worst fight you two have ever had? I don't really remember specifics of our fights. I just remember like huge blowouts where like everything comes in and we're all like fighting about like 10 things at once, but so like nothing specific by any means, but we definitely do have our arguments.
Our fights are usually about the same things. Dogs, how to raise the kids, things like that. We've gotten better at how to deal with them. We've still had some, harsh fights, but like she would used to, every time we get in a fight, she'd want to go run to her mom's, which makes
I'm leaving you, I'm out.
Which makes things way worse.
It does.
You don't want to involve like your family or like friends usually, unless it's really bad, because they're just going to give you biased advice. Girl, you don't have to deal with that. You should leave his ass. Let's be single together, especially single friends. They'll be like, yeah, you should be single with me. Be selective on who you decide to confide in. Maybe find somebody that's in like the same situation as you. I don't know why she screenshotted this one, but it's, I got a question. Do you all eat eggs?
Yeah, we do.
Love some eggs. With cheese or cream cheese. Scrambled eggs with cream cheese is actually quite good. My question is more of a request. Can you and V rap battle each other for a video? Sounds like a great idea. I would probably smoke her.
No, you wouldn't. I got rap battles for days.
I come up with like freestyles all the time now.
I come up with freestyles all the time.
I think we need
Basically,
to do it.
what we do is just sing songs and then just change the words to relate to our dog.
It depends. Yeah, like, or my kid, if he's there, like we'll take a song that's in our head and then we'll redo the words. Owen's got his own theme song that I always sing him, and Bailey does too. And it's...
How do you decide how much to put out there or how far to take things on YouTube, knowing that your family, kids might see it? Well, I don't really care.
Well, that's not a good... Okay.
First of all, we don't let our kids watch some of our videos because they are a little bit inappropriate for kids. Our kids do not have free reign over the internet. And then as far as our family and everything, we're just having fun, and we put out content that we think is funny and entertaining. And
I'm basically estranged from my family if you watch the cult videos, so I don't really care. Her family's pretty easygoing. I mean, your mom's got kind of the same sort of gross sense of humor that you have. Get them together and they'll start joking about farts and stuff. There is still some times where usually her will take it way too far, and I do cut it out of the video. She'll say some things that are just past that.
I don't have a filter.
Past that
so Matt
line.
just has to edit it out.
But it is kind of an interesting thing, though, because, there are a lot of kids on YouTube also, but there's a lot of worse content than ours. Once in a while, we'll cuss and stuff. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm only cussing if it really adds to the video.
Yeah.
Not just be like, oh, this F and blah, blah, blah. But like if it's something that adds to the video and what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't let our kids watch the videos that are, have adult content, honestly.
If you could choose one thing about each other that annoys you and get rid of it, what would it be? For me, we made that video about 10 things I hate about you, but the one thing that I would get rid of is when Matt eats and he clinks his fork against his teeth. Oh, I hate it. Stop doing it.
I don't like to use my lips because I don't like to get food on my lips and on my, nice full luscious beard. Don't look at me like that. For me with her, it depends on the day. Honestly, it's probably like her bedroom antics. That sounds really exciting, but what I mean by bedroom antics is she's like OCD about how she gets the sheets right and tight, she calls it. She's got to
get it tight.
She's got to spread them out and like pull it super tight
and square.
But I mean, honestly, if
crisp.
she gets up to go pee, she's got to redo it. I can't tell you how many.
I can't get into wrinkled sheets.
I can't tell you how many times I've woken up just because she's getting it right and tight. Also, she's got like the fan on us full blast, and in the wintertime it gets a little frigid and cold in there.
How do you balance YouTube and life as of right now? I'm a full-time university student, and it's getting quite chaotic to make videos every week for my other channel called The Wandering Evo. It is difficult, especially for me because I have a job, so he usually has to cater to my schedule.
Yeah, which is basically, just one more thing that I cater to her for.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's tough, especially because I did start YouTube when I did have a day job also, and you gotta have dedication. I remember coming home after work and you do not feel like filming videos and you just gotta do it. But, you know, like we said earlier, consistency is key. So I would try to stick to a schedule. And that's what's helped us a lot. I mean, on this channel is once we started that 3-day-a-week schedule, you just know no matter what, you got to put something out. And sometimes, and I've heard like YouTube consultants say this, like there's some, you know, like video creators, there's some different channels like that. Sometimes you got to just not be a perfectionist and just put that piece of content out there. Some of us are too, like, I don't want to put this out. But like, there's been videos where if we didn't have that schedule, I probably wouldn't have posted them because I wasn't happy with it.
Right. But the 3-day week has definitely helped us because it puts it in our mind that we have to have something out. We set time aside for it and we make it happen.
And I actually enjoy the challenge that it brings. Like, you have to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to come up with something at least. I'm not saying all our videos are creative, but you know what I'm saying. Matt, how do you put up with V's crazy laugh? That's a great question. Nutter Joshua. I don't remember her having the laugh like that when we first started dating. The older she's gotten, it's kind of like her mustache. It's grown bigger and bigger.
Shut up! I don't have a fucking
totally
mustache.
joking. The only reason I made that joke is because she does not have a mustache. I swear to God. I think you might have hidden it a little bit when we first started dating.
Maybe.
Because now it's like you guys think it's bad on video. There's times like, especially like upstairs where we have like the hardwood floors and stuff, and it just resonates like, and it just is piercing.
And the kids make fun of me. They always mimic me. Who are some of your favorite YouTube personalities?
I like H3H3 a lot for comedy.
I agree.
They're one of those channels that grew on me big time. I wasn't even a huge fan at first, but just their personalities grow on you, and their content just became funnier and funnier to me, and I really, really like them. Just seem like a cool couple. Like, they're one of the YouTubers that if I had a chance to meet any, you know, mainstream YouTubers, it would probably be them. I really like Philip DeFranco for news because I feel like I connect with him a lot on his opinions. He's basically a moderate, and he gets shit from both sides. The people on the left are calling him a stupid conservative, and the people on the right are calling him a stupid liberal. But, you know, not saying I agree with everything he says, but he's actually very fact-based.
My favorite YouTube personality is Lance Stewart.
Oh my God.
I'm really fucking kidding. No, I like H3 as well. And then I also like Liza Koshy. And I also like Jenna Marbles.
Yeah, Jenna Marbles is like an old school YouTuber, and she's just still hilarious. She's got an awesome sense of humor. They're another one I would love to meet, her and her boyfriend. As far as like daily vloggers, we watched Casey Neistat. I like Ben Brown a lot. He's a British daily vlogger that lives in South Africa. She's not really into him, but I just love like his cinematography and stuff. And I'm really into cameras, and so I appreciate that. But we do watch a lot of other YouTubers. I watch camera YouTubers, and I watch like knife YouTubers and all kinds of different ones.
Do any of you play any musical instruments?
I played the drums. I haven't played for a long time. I started playing when I was probably 14, I think, and I played up into my mid-20s. I played in like a band in high school and right out of high school, and we played gigs and stuff. It was like the late 90s, early 2000s, and so it was like pop punk, basically. Emo pop punk.
You forgot to mention the skin flute.
Oh yeah, I also play the skin flute. Did you enjoy remaking your daughter's Musical.lys? It was so funny. By the way, you're amazing. Please write back or put this in your Q&A.
We loved it. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was hilarious.
That video is obviously taken off, and we've gotten a lot of crap from people about it. One thing to clarify is that we asked her beforehand, is this okay? Are you okay with it? It was a big joke when we were saying we like making fun of our kids, or like that's all they're good for.
Yeah.
Some of it was some adult humor, and it ended up getting, I guess, semi-viral. And so a lot of younger people watched it, and I think some of them didn't really understand some of the humor in it.
Yeah. Will you and V ever get married?
1, 2, 3.
No!
Hell no. No. Maybe someday for tax reasons. Honestly, like, we've both been married before. I'm not very religious. She's, I guess, kind of religious, but I don't know. We don't really have a big reason to. We basically have a, family kind of thing. We feel like we're married already, really.
Yeah.
But at some point we might.
I always tell Matt, like, if we're, still going strong in 10 years, then maybe we'll run away to a beach together and get married. Does V always act as goofy as she does in the videos? Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Honestly, sometimes she holds back a little bit in the videos. Sometimes it depends on her mood, but sometimes she's not timid, but
Sometimes I get scared in front of the camera. I get a little camera shy.
yeah, like she'll flub her words sometimes. She's goofy, for sure.
Question, what do you and V do together on your downtime for fun? Like my wife and I play cards or board game. When we have free time, we like to go to the movies or go out to dinner, travel in our free time.
Yeah, we love traveling. We have our kids a lot, so usually family-friendly stuff. A lot of people, I guess, kind of know like the gross side or like the more adult side of us, but we actually are, a big happy family. A G-rated happy family, guys.
We're a little happy.
Look at us, we're so happy.
Yeah, we're a family.
As far as games, I play video games sometimes with the kids. I obviously, like I said, watch TV shows. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I like hobbies. I mean, lately I've gotten into these freaking spinners. I'm a big fidgeter. I actually bought these originally for Owen, because he's got problems with concentration, and they're actually supposed to help kids with that. But I just get into different things constantly.
Yeah.
What happened to your diet you started months ago? I actually lost about 20 pounds when I started that like a year ago. I was all the way up to like 270 something, got down to like 250, and I've kind of hovered around there for the last year, but it's something like we're going to Mexico in a couple months to visit some friends that moved down there. I definitely want to try to get down to like 230.
I'm down 6 pounds.
Oh, look at you.
Down 6 pounds. Getting all hot and shit.
Oh my God.
Next question, why are your lips so small? Because he had oral cancer, you asshole. Just
No,
kidding.
my mouth was even smaller, but yeah, then I had oral cancer and had to have surgery. I've always joked that that's made my mouth even smaller. But honestly, when I lose weight, my mouth doesn't look as small because I lose some fat off of my face. But yeah, it's my cross to bear. Thanks for putting that in there.
Who is the mastermind on picking the video topics for this channel? We both discuss topics for this channel and just kind of, give each other feedback and kind of play off of each other to come up with the topics, but I would say it's 50-50. For topics? Okay, well then fine, 90-10 and I'm the 90.
I would say like 60-40 my way.
I wouldn't.
We'll kind of throw them back off of each other. Like she'll throw some at me and I'll be like, and I'll throw some at her that I'll think are just amazing, and she'll be like, that's stupid as hell. So it is nice having each other help gauge, what the video would be like. Does V call you a dime piece because your nips are the same size as a dime?
I call them Skittle Tits.
My real question is, do you think YouTube is a blessing or a burden on other aspects of your life? Thanks for the great content. That's a good question. At where we're at now, I think it's a blessing. It's stressful, it's some work, but it has made it so I can work from home. I get to go pick up the kids from school every day at, 3 o'clock or whatever.
He gets to watch the kids while I go to work all night
I
long.
get to play Mr. Maham. I do see how, like, with some really big YouTubers, like, look at, like, someone like Roman Atwood or something.
Yeah, you lose your privacy and stuff.
How that would be tough. I don't think that he would trade it for anything, but I could see how that could be burdensome sometimes, where he's got people showing up at his house, or he's, can't do anything without getting bombarded. And I kind of wonder how it is for his kids too. I've always been fascinated by foreign countries and towns, especially small ones. I'd like to know how people live in your town and maybe have a look at it. Go outside and make an outdoor video in your town. Show us something from your small portion of the world.
That's not a bad idea.
Probably in the summer. Summers in Montana are beautiful. Lots of lakes everywhere. Lots of mountains, lots of really cool wildlife. But in the winters, it's pretty, but it's really freaking cold. This is from Heathen. Hey, Matt, what is your main camera? I actually use the G7X and I love it. The quality of your vids is awesome, man. Thanks, buddy. The camera that I use the most for like these types of vids, the one I'm using right now is the Canon 80D. It's not 4K, which is a bummer, but I like the colors that Canon gives off in all their cameras. And the autofocus is just awesome on this. I did use like a GH4 for a while. Really good, but I struggled with the color on it. And autofocus sucked, so like videos like this, I would never be able to have autofocus. It's a very easy camera to use for YouTube, the 80D is. We also recently got the Canon M5, which is like the mirrorless version of the 80D that we're using for like when we're moving around and vlogging, mostly because it's got really good image stabilization. And we use the G7X as well. Matt, what did you do before becoming a YouTube legend? Accountant, teacher, porn star. I kind of already answered this one, but also a porn star.
So how long have you and V been a couple? We've been together for about 4.5 years now.
Long.
Yeah.
Help me. Help me. I'm kidding. I was doing
Shut
like
it,
I was doing like a
Skittle Nips.
Marina Joyce thing right there. I'm being held hostage.
For Matt and V, where do you think you will be without YouTube?
Probably be working in construction again because it has picked up a lot here in Montana. I was, like that was my trade. I learned at a young age. I've never, like, it's enjoyable. I didn't like doing like production work where like we'd go in and have to trim out a house in like 2 days and stuff. And I got burnt out on it. So honestly, I'm not looking forward to ever having to do that again, but it's nice to have skills to fall back on. But that's probably what I would be doing. And she'd probably be back on like the streets where I found her.
Oh my God, shut up. I would be in the exact same place. I would be a nurse at the hospital.
Favorite EDC knife you own? Sabenza.
Hey Matt, are you self-taught or did you get into a camera vlog type course? He is self-taught, and let me tell you this, he watched hours and hours and hours of videos on how to edit, camera, lighting, settings, everything like that. He just, when he's really passionate about something, he just goes in balls deep.
Yeah, everything. Balls deep. Of course, there's not much before the balls. It's a trial and error thing for sure. And you got to start slowly building up your equipment. You can't buy, like I recently bought nicer lights. Still not nice lights, but nice for me. I got, I switched to LED panels and stuff. And I did a lot of research, not just on YouTube, but also reading articles and learning about how cameras actually work, learning about aperture, shutter speed, ISO, depth of field, all different types of things. And, trying to learn different skills and stuff too. It's something that I would love to like take a course on or really get better at. If you could live on any planet, which one would it be?
Uranus.
Will you stop opening and closing them so fast? There's that laugh. Which channel is more stressful to come up with interesting content? This one. The other channel is obviously just like reviews for the most part, so you know what you're making content on. This one you have to be totally creative. Would you rather know when you're going to die or how you're going to die? Oh, that's tough. If you had to pick one, I think I'd rather know how I'm going to die.
Yeah, but then you would have, like, if you're going to die in a plane crash, then you'd avoid planes.
I hate that topic. Like, once you hit 30, you start thinking about death more. Especially like the men in my family, they die young, and I had like that cancer scare and stuff, and you realize I'm going to die someday. Stuff gets more real. So I don't think...
Can I say neither?
Yeah, I think neither for me too, honestly. What are some good tips from brand new YouTube creators? Where do you get your background music from? Part of the reason I signed in Network isn't really because they help you a whole ton, but they do help if you have copyright issues, which I've had a few times on this channel. And they also, you get a subscription to music services. And so like this channel is signed to Omnia Media. The music service that they are signed to is called Epidemic, and it's really good. It's one of my favorites. You could do it yourself though. Video Blocks has like audio blocks, and there's a bunch of others that you could do as well. What is one thing you haven't told the other yet?
I used to be a man.
Well, I already knew that. Does Owen play any sports, Matt? Yes, he plays Little Hoopsters basketball right now, and I'm the head coach. I signed him up, and they're like, "We need help," and I was like, "Okay, I'll help out." Not thinking they were gonna say, "Okay, you're the head coach." Thinking like I would just be like a parent volunteer, and so we do that every Saturday. How does it feel knowing you're growing so fast on YouTube? It feels
surreal.
Yeah, it feels really cool and surreal. I mean, really lately it's been like off of one video is why we've gotten growth. I don't think that can last forever. So there's some stress to like, I guess, continue putting out really good content. Like I told her, like this week, I want to put out like the best videos we've put out, and we have some cool ideas and stuff. But like I said, YouTube's a roller coaster. We could be growing this week, and then next week it could go stagnant. You don't know.
You never know. Yeah.
It's like trying to guess what that algorithm is going to do is like trying to guess what a woman's thinking. I mean, the YouTube algorithm is so confusing. What is your favorite movie?
Gosh, I have so many favorite movies.
I am a big fan of comedy movies. I love Will Ferrell, well, at least his older stuff. Like Old School is one of my favorite movies. I love Anchorman as well. I like war movies also, like Saving Private Ryan's one of my favorites. I've seen that so many times.
First one that comes to mind is I love Jim Carrey, and so I'm going to say Dumb and Dumber. What does V do for work? I am a registered nurse. Before that, I started off as a CNA when I was 18, went and was a medical assistant and then an LPN, and then just recently about 16, 17 months ago got my RN.
I think we're going to wrap it up there, guys. If we did not get to your question, we definitely apologize. We are thinking we're going to do a Q&A video on our other channel as well very soon. So we'll have that one coming up. But thank you all for all of your questions. It was awesome. This is fun. And next week, be on the lookout. We got some great Matt and V.
We have some good videos.
She has a bunch of time off, so we're going to spend some time on them. Okay, so we're going to do the giveaway, guys. Now, we don't know who's won yet. Here's what I'm going to do. I have spread out all the questions, and I loaded more. All the questions are up here on my page on my computer. I'm going to have V close her eyes, and I'm going to have her scroll through a bunch, go,
and then just point at one?
wherever the mouse is, you go for. Close your eyes.
Yeah, I'm playing the mouse drum. Am I on one?
That doesn't make sense. Just pick, scroll.
Am I scrolling?
Yeah.
Okay, right there. Valentin Sharton. Sharton.
Charton. I'm sorry, not Sharton. I would rather prefer some nudes, but I take what you give. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate your work. Congrats, Valentin. If you did not win in this one, we'll definitely be doing more giveaways. I enjoy doing giveaways. It's very, very fun. I made a joke in Monday's video, I do this so you guys will watch. It's more of a way to just give back in appreciation. We know that time is precious. All you guys could be watching so many different things on YouTube. There's so much different content out there. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you choose to spend time watching us is very humbling, and we don't forget that, and we really appreciate it. So we're going to have lots of different giveaways, maybe some smaller ones too. I might start doing Amazon gift cards once a month.
That's
type
a good
of thing.
idea.
Or maybe a couple times a month, and some different funny, cool stuff. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And hit that like button, yo.
Hit that like button. Go ahead and finger blast that shit.
Oh my
Finger blast.
Oh my God. That about wraps it up, guys. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. The guns are coming out.